Oh, the CFL record. Look at that. Hey, we live? We live now? All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. My name is Peter Loshak. His name is Jimmy the Bag. This is the Loshak in the Bag show for another week, July 30th. Jimmy the Bag, you know, we do have football coming up. Even the preseason is starting this week in NFL. Did you know that, Jim?
I'm happy, man.
Yeah?
Baseball's been just a battle. Although we had a nice Friday, it's been just a battle.
We did have a nice Friday. I had a winning week over the weekend. I tweeted out a couple plays, added a few units there, so we will throw up the record. I'm now up at 35 units, okay, which is great.
Coors Field Fades lost 6 straight.
Yeah,
but we knew that was going to happen at some point. But
absolutely.
I should have stayed. I would have gone 9-1 on Friday if I'd have gone with the Rockies.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Jimmy the Bag. But, I forgot about that. On Saturday morning, no, on Friday night, I was like, man, I'm going to give Jimmy big props on Monday morning. And then, of course, Friday seems like eons ago. But great day, Friday.
Yeah, it's,
Great day. What did I tell you when I was looking at in the Friday show? Everyone remember in the afternoon show? I was sitting there. I was like, you know what, Jimmy the Bag? I'm looking at your picks overall in general as a group. I like them. What did I say?
No, you said vaguely.
Yes.
Vaguely.
Yes.
Something. I forget.
Yes, I said I was. I felt vaguely happy, but I thought they were. I thought that you know what I was trying to say.
No, I feel you.
I was trying to say that I thought that they were a good set of picks overall, and they were. You had Toronto on the first 5 innings, which was an easy casher. The market loved the White Sox on that one, but that was wrong. So a very nice nice Friday for you, Jimmy the Bag.
It was nice. Also, a shout out to Angel Romero.
Yes, that was also what
showing out a plus 170, throwing out a plus 170 for everybody.
For people who don't know what we're talking about, first-time viewers, a commenter named Angel Romero, who follows Mexican soccer and Mexican baseball very closely, told us over and over again to take Monarcas Morelia, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Monarcas Morelia in Mexican soccer as a plus 170 dog. He says, I follow this league very, very closely, and I did not tail it just because I was just like all, you know.
I was overwhelmed.
Yeah, I was
to be honest,
overwhelmed.
I didn't even buzz.
I was overwhelmed, but huge shout out to Angel Romero. What I said when he was giving the comments, I said, I endorse this comment. I don't know if he's watching right now, but major props to Angel Romero. And of course, it's not surprising that someone like him would have a play like that. Someone who does follow the smaller leagues and knows them inside and out can easily spot big value. And when someone like that who follows those leagues game in and game out gives us a tip like that, I'm thinking that is a great play. I should have tailed it, and huge shout out to anyone who did. I know people did. I don't know if Angel Romero is here right now, but everyone who watched the afternoon show yesterday, I think it was even in the morning show. I don't even remember when he was giving it. All the time he was giving it, repeating it, and it cashed easily. Yeah. Huge shout out Angel Romero.
Yeah,
there
nice
he is. He's here. Good morning, players. Angel Romero.
There he is.
Angel Romero. Huge shout out, brother. Great call, Monarcas Morelia. Yes, we love your tips, and once again, so great to have someone who follows a small league like that, because say it over and over and over again. I just said it like 10 seconds ago. I'm going to say it again right now. Those smaller leagues can have big value, especially with someone who knows, who follows it day in and day out, very familiar with it. Huge shout out to Angel Romero. Okay, what else do we have? Also, the MMA stuff all hit. Right? I did give out 3 plays, and they all cashed. The Joanna fight going the distance, kind of a no-brainer. We did the video with Annie Marak and Bill Buttlicker. The plays that we all agreed on were Poirier at minus 155, cashed, and also got bet up, beat the closing line for people who care about that, as they should. And also Joanna by decision at minus 150, cashed, and also beat the closing line for people who care about that, as they should. So congratulations to Annie Marak and Bill Buttlicker and myself for all agreeing on 2 plays that cashed. Let's see, what else do we have going on here, Jim? Shout out anything.
Yeah, man, I love the team. Love the team. Happy to be back here at work with everybody. Lamont Williams, Tom Moore, Anna Merrick, Nolly Nose, Anthony L, Gary Avery, Ray Williams, Q Peso. Look at all these guys. Dave LA. Dave LA's been hitting that under on Sunday Night Baseball every week. 11-5 now. Yeah, man. It's I feel like there's opportunities with this small card. I like a Monday small card, all night games, so we can hammer each and every one of these games. And I see a lot of angles. Did you pick up my 2 losses on the course?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That's okay, Jack, because I'm expecting them now. And then Ray Williams, shout out to Ray Williams, who also said over and over and over again in the comment section that he liked Jose Aldo. And I said over and over again that I was leaning that way as well. I did not have the balls to wind up betting it, but Ray Williams says Jose Aldo went exactly what I expected. Stevens was a gatekeeper. Yeah, Andy Marak and Bill Buttlicker, great MMA handicappers. They like Stevens, and I didn't see where the line closed, but obviously there was a huge move in favor favor of Stevens, but of course we saw what happened. Aldo did get the win, and I think he was just getting disrespected because of the, he had 2 losses to an elite fighter, Max Holloway, and all of a sudden people were saying that he was done. And he did show some signs that were concerning in the fights against Holloway. He was not, getting gassed or the victim of a lucky punch. It looked like there were some question marks surrounding his skills, but still think it was an overreaction. I was leaning Jose Aldo. Didn't have the balls to take it, but Ray Williams definitely did. And huge shout out to Ray Williams, who nailed that one. Let's see. Any other comments?
Yeah, Angel Romero says, thanks, guys. Just looking out. We in this together. I'll do my homework again for a few big picks once again.
Oh, who said that? Angel
Romero.
My God. Angel Romero. Shout out to Angel Romero.
Yeah,
what
man.
a great guy. Great handicapper. Here we go. Let me see. Other comments coming in. And let's see. Kingu about business. Huge shout out to Q Peso. Dave LA. All right. I do have some. I just want to get Tom Marino all of a sudden coming in with commenting. The Dodgers lineup is still struggling against lefties with Turner out. Do we want to fade the Dodgers with Turner out? Is it that bad for them?
I really think that same old ugly head about how bad they were last year against lefties has reared again. I really feel like that you're going to get a ton of value fading them every time they face a lefty from here on in for the rest of the season. Now, that's not today, though. Freddie Peralta versus Kenta Maeda, so there's no real reason to be discussing it. But I feel like Dodgers against righties, we hammer them, and Dodgers against lefties, we fade them.
Okay. All right. So I guess let me just quickly make sure there's no comments that I'm missing here, and then we'll get into it. There are some bets that I made already on the overnight lines, and we'll see what people have to say. Let me just quickly, any comments coming in, just shout them out. Jimmy the Bag. Yes, Gerald Martinez, Peralta's on the mound today. I like the Dodgers today. Yes, Peralta's a very interesting starting pitcher with an interesting pitching profile. Anthony L., Red Sox first 500 against Nola. We will get to that. Of course, the Red Sox do crush righties, but Nola is a little bit of a special righty. Other comments, just shout them out.
Gary Avery said Oakland should spank my Jays tonight, take the run line. I am a little concerned about that spot. I don't feel like it's just quite as easy as it looks. Big Dick Donnie is joined us. Trenton Claxton says Houston over, Dodgers over, San Francisco over, 3 overs. Actually, I have some overs in here today as well, and no unders at this point. Wally George, 25 days to IFBC, but who's counting? Wally George, I need you to DM me your email. Please, I got to get you that day pass, so please do that. But yeah, Jose Benavides says no Altuve, no Correa.
Yes.
Prepare a bumpy road till one of them get back.
Okay.
But I know my man Anthony L. loves the Astros today. I'm looking forward to break down all these games. I think that I know that Saturday, Sunday, Coors Field fade missed both times, and I was really hesitant about making those bets. And man, it just even on Sunday, Nostra didn't even make the Coors Field fades. Was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
God damn, I don't know why I'm just blindly doing it now. Now it's just costing me. But
and here we go. Lamont Williams says, "What's up, my family? My picks: Boston full game over. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Houston money line. I was thinking about that one as well, but maybe Altuve being out and Correa are bigger than I'm thinking here. Minnesota Twins, Jays full game over. Hope everyone hits. I go back to work. Shout out to Lamont Williams.
Oh,
all right,
yeah, thank you. He's in the middle of a work day, comes in just to deliver the goods on low bag. We love you, Lamont Williams, part of the fam.
All right, just checking out. Any other comments? Shout them out, and then we'll get into the.
Nick Dial likes Rockies Cardinals over 8. I've been very surprised watching this line movement towards the under. I've got a couple plays on that. Martinez coming off the DL. Both bullpens are worse than MLB. This Rockies bullpen has improved. It has improved a huge amount in the last couple weeks. But so I don't want our vividness bias to take over because it's changed. But he says I like full game over 8 and second half over 3.5.
I was leaning under on that Rockies Cardinals game, but maybe I am off of that when we'll talk about it. Teddy B says Loshak, Jim, Rockies plus money on the money line looks so fucking tempting. Thoughts, Loshak? Yes, I took that one as well. I'm leaning Rockies as well, thinking about whether I want to take the money line or the first or the +1 line or the -1 line. Dave LA says Paxton is heading to the DL, but he's still starting today, isn't he?
Yeah, I heard Dave say that too.
He's not starting.
No, that's what I heard on a chat that he wasn't starting, but he's still listed on every. Let me just double check another one. As soon as I started this, about 15 minutes ago, he's still listed as the starter. Yeah.
Okay. So I was definitely leaning the second half on that one. We'll get to it. Nolly knows says Colorado hasn't been hitting much. I like the under. Vitola says Pete, I got Arizona -1 down in the Humidor. What are your thoughts? I can't even remember who is Arizona playing. They are playing at home against. They're they're a huge favorite with Ray starting against Texas.
Yeah, dangerous.
Yeah, that strikes me as a little bit dangerous. We saw what Texas did against Houston. Of course, this is a different series, though. Yes, I was in my notes. I was leaning Arizona just because of the spot, but because of the line, I'm not sure if I'm going to take it at all. Gary Avery says take Zona easy. Hold on one second.
No, he says take Zona easy over.
Oh, easy over. Okay.
Creamer Wheat Jones saying, what's the advantage taking the overnight line rather than waiting until the last minute to make your bet? Overnight lines move so much, and that's exactly it. You're trying to get you're making an expectation of where you think this line's going to move by the time you wake up in the morning, and if you think it'll be worse, you take it then.
Annie Marak says, Pete, you ready for UFC 227 this weekend? I might give you a heart attack with my picks this week. Oh, I'm very, very interested now. That's known as a tease in the business. You know what I'm saying? That's known as a tease. He's not actually giving any picks, but he's saying, when you see my picks, you might have a heart attack. Great tease. Very well executed tease there from Annie Marak. Yes, of course, we're going to be previewing UFC 227. Anthony L saying Robbie Ray minus 220, laughing my fucking ass off. Okay.
Trevor Andrews, I tend to fade pitchers getting plus prices who have pitched a no-hitter in the present season. Mania and Paxton, that's interesting.
Yeah, wow, okay, okay. And Kingu AB About Business says Arizona's going to kill Texas. Ray will shut them down. He shuts down lefties, and best Texas hitters are lefties. Shout out to Kingu AB About Business. Let me see, Teddy B also laughing out loud, laughing his fucking ass off on Robbie Ray minus 200 or more. Pass Loshak Jim. Teddy B and Anthony L, both with the exact same response. Robbie Ray minus 200 or more. LMFAO. Unreal. Wow, I do agree with that. Yeah,
I agree with that too. He's coming off a nice start, and I do actually expect him to turn around and have a nice finish to the season. But you're right, it's ridiculous, especially against a Rangers team that's hitting lefties hard, 251, 750 OPS. But we'll get to that game.
All right, I guess that's it. We did get a request to throw up the record from Ad Hoc. Ad Hoc, pull up the MLB record. Here you go. We can throw up the MLB record to start things off. Jimmy, of course, having an iffy year. That's okay, but because that's not the record. That's not the record. That's the old record. Oh, you didn't update the records. Yeah. Jim, our records are actually better than so we don't have the record. Okay, I'm up about 35.5 units right now, and Jim is a few units better than that. That was the old record. Let me just check to make sure that what I sent was the actual updated records. I'm pretty sure that it is. Hold on one second.
While you're looking, Clint says, Anna Marek says, hey Pete, can I give you a few picks and get the early lines? Can you lock me in earlier than the Friday show? And I think that's a good thing. I mean, the line movement is so massive.
Except that the last few times he did that, the lines moved against him, and you
never know. But I can understand why you'd want to do that.
Yes, the problem is I just don't want it to taint my own personal analysis of the card, though. You know what I'm saying? So what do I do here? What do I do here?
Why doesn't he send it to me?
Yes.
And I'll lock in his
Okay, this is what you should do, Clint. Clint, send them to Jimmy the Bag. I won't look at them, but I will acknowledge them when we actually do our shows and when I start reviewing them. And the actual lines that you will get credited for will be the lines that you mail to Jimmy at the time. And also mention the book. Mention the book and the line. And of course, Clint, no matter what books you have, to get the best line, use SBR Odds, line shopping, and find the best line at SBR Odds that you can find on there. Oh no, look, yep, see, there you go. I sent it correctly. I sent the right record. Officially, I am up 35.5 units, and Jim is down only 31.8 units on the year. Relative to what we just showed.
Stupid man.
So there you go, Ad Hoc. Those were the records. Sorry, we took a little bit of time there to correct the record. That record that was shown was not the correct record. 35.5 units is what I'm up. All right, let's jump into MLB here. Here are the bets that I'm thinking about. Here are the bets that I made. I did take San Diego, San Francisco second half under. I took that one. I did take Houston on the second half, assuming that Paxton is going to be on a pitch count. Although now we're hearing that he might not even be starting. What else did I take? I did take the second half under with Toronto, Oakland. I did take Cleveland on the second half as well. I think Bieber probably gets hit. Maybe a shot with Minnesota on the first 5 innings. Team total over. Colorado, St. Louis, I did bet the under. Is that line getting bet to the over or to the under?
To the under.
To the under.
Way
yeah, I did bet the under. Wow, it's It's 8.5, and now it's down to 8 or 7.5. So I did take a shot with the under on that one, and also the second half under, despite the fact that both these teams do have vulnerable bullpens. Atlanta, Miami, I did take a small shot with Atlanta as a big favorite, despite the fact that Tehran can easily get shelled. I think when he's on his game, he's good, and of course we know Chen's home road splits. Boston, Philly was a complete pass for me. That's what I'm thinking about right now. Probably wind up making most of those opinions I just gave there official picks. Jimmy the Bag, why don't you start us off with anything you want to shout out?
Sure. I want to. I can understand the Rockies having value here.
Mm-hmm.
I think the most simple play though for me is taking the team total overs, fading Martinez. But watching this line movement, maybe I should wait. With you on the under, maybe I know it's a 3.5 full game team total over. Anderson versus Martinez, game time temp 73 Fahrenheit, wind blowing in. Decent amount of speed, 8 miles per hour. After sweeping the A's, Rockies now won 19 of 24, and it's their pitching that's just leading the way. Anderson being one of the guys, yielded only 5 runs in 35 in the third, last 5 outings. 5 earned runs in the last 5 outings. Martinez, though, second sit on the disabled list, just been questionable since that incredible start. Strained his right oblique muscle in his last start, July 19th of the Cubs. Allowed 7 hits, 6 runs in 5 innings. The Rockies' numbers against righties are skyrocketing. 257, 759. They didn't have very good numbers earlier in the year. Cardinals are hitting 247, 749 OPS versus lefties. They both hit lefties well. And I'm very interested in team total overs, but watching this line movement, I think I should probably wait. What do you think? Do you think it's going to keep moving towards the under?
I don't really know. I don't exactly know. Why are you liking the over so much? Because you want to fade Martinez?
I just not the full game over, just the Rockies team total over. Yeah, it's a low, very low because the Cards are the favorite, and Carlos Martinez is just not trustworthy.
Yeah, I was definitely leaning Rockies here as well. Dom Ricci says Rockies on the road are terrible. Is that true? That's not true.
Rockies on the road
maybe
are
recently,
30 and 23.
Yeah, all season long.
7 games over 500.
They have one of the top ROIs on the road. I'm going to pull up my spreadsheet. Oh no, I don't have my spreadsheet open. It's on my external hard drive. But the Rockies for most of the season were the top team in terms of ROI on the road, weren't they? And Kobe Valentine tips us off to that.
Yeah, they were very, very good. But maybe it's changing slightly, and that's what he is saying.
Tom Marino says Anderson has been undervalued for 4 straight starts. He was 145 in his last start, and game was tied after 9. I'm on the Rockies. I'm leaning Rockies as well. Let me see. Other comments coming in. Just shout them out,
What
Jim.
is the first 5 team total over?
For whom?
For the Rockies.
For the Rockies. Let me find it. First 5 innings, team total over. For Colorado would be Colorado Rockies 1.5 minus 126. That is at Pinnacle right now.
Okay, time to jump in. I find these very, very, very tempting, and I'm going to jump in. I'm not certain. Are you going to take the Rockies?
I'm thinking about taking the Rockies, first 5 innings, maybe plus a half, or maybe on the run line. So maybe on the money line. Thinking about taking Rockies, -1, +1, something like that. I'm definitely leaning that way. Yes.
I just feel that those team total overs are so tempting. But I mean, if the market's just going to keep going down, maybe I should just wait.
No, I don't think that's gonna. I don't think the team total will go much. I mean, who knows? But you're
okay,
probably.
Well, lock me in with the first 5 team total over and full game team total over for the Rockies.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. The Colorado Rockies. Let me see. At Pinnacle, it's -126. Heritage -125. So we'll give you that one. Colorado first 5 innings, team total over 1.5 -125. And let's check the full game now for Colorado. Full game, Colorado 4 + 128 at Pinnacle, and Heritage has 3.5 -115. So which would you like, 4 + 128 or 3.5 -115?
That's
tough
such
one.
a big
That
difference.
is a tough one. 4 + 128
43-cent difference.
or 3.5 -115.
43-cent difference. What would you do in that situation?
Well, since I'm leaning under on this one, I would take the 3.5 just because I'm thinking that it's a tough one.
I will take the 3.5.
Okay, you want the 3.5? All right, Jim's going to take Colorado team total over 3.5 -115. That's the current line at Heritage as well. Let's see, other comments coming in. Mr. Gokster also on first 5, Colorado at the plus price. Mr. Gokster, I'm on Colorado first 5, team total over and full game over. Wow. Okay, so Mr. Gokster agreeing with you, and I don't trust Colorado Penn here.
Gerald Martinez agreeing with you. Colorado under 8. SM, Colorado, the 3.5 team total over at Bet365. He is on that. Tomer says Cardinals haven't hit lefties this year. I have their numbers as quite strong. 247 with a 749 OPS.
Interesting. And Dom Ricci says that Colorado's been terrible on the road. I have them as being good on the road.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. Let me see other comments here. Teddy B says, I could see a 5-2 win by the Rockies. Teddy B says, Loshak Martinez coming off the DL. First thoughts is Rockies are going to light him up.
Yeah, I mean, that's and getting a 1.5 and 3.5 is just a great spot to be in. Martinez looks questionable. He's the type of pitcher who can turn it on fast, so, I mean, I just don't feel like this is the spot for him. Alonzo Shivers, I like Rockies' run line. Kobe Valentine, Colorado 6-2 post All-Star break. Jose Benavides, I'm behind that team total. Rockies 3.5.
All right, Jim, why don't you pick another game to discuss while I make my final decision here on how I want to take this Colorado game?
Yes, I would like to hear your final decision as well, because I have a question mark beside the money line spot. Let's go to another. I have not made any bets yet so far today. I want to talk all these games up before I make them. Twins, Indians, Twins at home. I'm leaning towards the over in this game. Bieber versus Santana. Game time temp 79 Fahrenheit. Wind blowing sideways towards right field, but softly. Twins have begun selling pieces. Escobar, Mr. Doubles, gone to the Diamondbacks. Ryan Presley, gone to the Astros. Now, we remember what happened last year when they started trading pieces right around this time. They went 35 and 24, I believe, or something like that. And, they were actually much closer than they are right now. I don't expect that to happen, especially with Sano and Buxton not being the help that we all expected them to be. Bieber 5-2, 4.80 ERA, 1.44 whip. Worst start of the season Tuesday when he took the loss, over 1 2/3. Bieber 1-0, 3.97 ERA in 2 career starts against the Twins. The only team he's faced more than once. So in 8 starts, he's already faced the Twins twice. Santana's only started the season looked average, 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs. His velocity was down. Missed 4 months of the season, recovering from the right middle finger injury. 7-11 with a 3.70 ERA in 25 starts against the Indians. Indians hit righties hard, 259, 774 OPS, and Twins have an okay average at 244, but a poor OPS at 716.
All right, I'm taking Colorado first 5 innings plus a half at minus 120. First 5 innings plus a half at minus 120. And I will also throw on the under on this one, even though I would rather have gotten 8.5. I will take a Colorado St. Louis under 8. The best line right now is minus 117 at Pinnacle. So I'm taking that one. Colorado St. Louis under 8 minus 117, and Colorado first 5 innings plus a half run at minus 120. That's what I'm doing for now, and maybe I'll have some other plays later on. But that's what I'm doing for now, Jim.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. I get it.
And the game that you were just talking about, Cleveland against Minnesota, right?
Yes.
I'm thinking that I don't trust Bieber here. Santana probably will continue to be okay, have 5-inning, 3-run type starts, for the rest of the season. Probably will get blown up once or twice. Probably will have a better than that start once or twice when he's up against tougher or weaker lineups, respectively. But I'm thinking that Cleveland on the second half might be a play here. What do you think? What's your take on Cleveland's bullpen right now?
It's improving, without a doubt. The pickups they made off of the Padres are a huge help. And it's improving to the point where they're definitely not going to rush Andrew Miller back. You hear Andrew Miller is getting touched in single A right now. Touched in his starts. What do you think of the total in this game?
The total in this one, no opinion as of right now, but I will throw on Cleveland's second half minus 130. What's your take on Minnesota's lineup right now? They have some life to them, don't they?
Dozier is hurt by the moves. I'm not entirely sure. Escobar was a big part of that lineup. I'm not entirely sure how they're going to react, but I did not like reading what Dozier had to say. He sounded like hurt, It just... so I'm not entirely sure, and this total is just going up and up, isn't it?
Yes, it certainly is.
Oh, I guess not that. Oh, yeah, no, it is now 10s all the way across almost.
I'm also thinking about throwing on the Minnesota first 5 innings team total over 2 minus 145, just in case Bieber gets hit, which I think he might. I'm not sure. I mean, Bieber is a tricky guy, When he's on his game and his control is good, he's going to be good. And I'm just, how much do we trust Bieber here right now?
I think that Bieber's looked susceptible on the road, and also he gets too much of the plate, right?
Yeah.
And that's one of his assets, probably. I mean, not getting too much of the plate, but walking nobody. But he can get touched. I just don't know if this is the lineup that can do it. I also think that Santana can get touched.
Yes.
He doesn't look great, and his velocity's down. His doctor said that his velocity wasn't going to get touched, but clearly I see a velocity issue. 89 he was throwing at.
For Santana?
Yeah.
Kobe Valentine, Twins are 10-2 in their last 12 home games. Indians are 1-4 last 5 meetings in Minnesota. Mr. Gokser says, I played that, Pete. I think he's probably talking about the first 5 innings team total over is what he's talking to. Tom Marino says, I don't trust Cleveland's bullpen. They still don't have Miller back and producing. King Who About Business says, in Minnesota, when the game's line is over, they tend to go over. Okay, so I think he's talking about higher scoring games there.
Yeah, and Kobe's saying Santana owned Cleveland before the injury. I mean, this is not an owning. I mean, the ERA 3.70, but he's 7-11. That's not owning a team. All right. I feel like the over's the play.
I'm going to take Minnesota first 5 innings. First 5 innings over 2 minus 145. That's over 2 minus 145. That's the current line at Heritage. I've also thrown on Cleveland on the second half at minus 130, and I would be leaning Cleveland -1 here in general, but I think I'm going to hold off on this one for now. Of course, we will be back at 6 o'clock Eastern time. We do this every day, twice a day. So Jimmy and I, of course, well, we can tweet out a picks that we want to add on any time during the day. But as far as in the shows, we a lot of times make our late decisions in the 6 o'clock show. I'm leaning Cleveland -1. Feel like it's a good spot for Cleveland, and I've definitely taken Minnesota first 5 innings team total over just in case they hit Bieber. Cleveland second half -130, and that's what I'm taking here, Jim.
I'm going to take the Greek is hanging a 9.5 at -120. I fear that this line's going to get worse and going to go up, and I'm going to jump on it.
You're taking the over.
Yeah.
That one makes me nervous, Jim.
Yeah, I understand
because Bieber's not that bad, and I don't think Santana's that bad either. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that. I mean, you are believing that Bieber's going to allow 3 runs in the first 5.
Well, or 2. 2, I'll take a push. Easily, I'll take a push. Happily take a push.
Sure, but you don't make bets going, I really want to push this one. You're trying to win money, and you expect to win it by thinking that Bieber's going to allow more than 2 runs.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
And then you're telling me to take the under.
Okay, you're right there, Jimmy the Bag. Okay, you got me. Checkmate on that one, Jimmy the Bag. No, I'm kidding around. Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
But you're taking an over on one side.
You're right.
You're taking an over on one side with the Twins, and you're leaning towards the Indians winning by over 1 run.
Yes.
If you combine that together, that's an over.
Yes. But I just think that the totals are a little bit out of whack. You're right. Okay, no, but by all means, take the over if you want it. I'm just saying it makes me nervous. Just trying to help you out a little bit. Well,
I don't mean, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm taking your information.
Yeah.
And I'm putting a line through what you're being nervous of, and I'm just listening to the bets you want to make. You want to take a team total over with the Twins first 5, and you think the Indians are going to win by a run, at least.
Yeah, but I don't. I could see it being like. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I don't mean. I'm just saying, I don't mean to be.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's Monday morning, baby.
I know, and I had a heavy boozing weekend, so I'm not in my best spirits. But
Sure, go ahead, take it if you would like.
Yes, I would like to.
Okay, so Jim's going to take the Cleveland-Minnesota game over 9.5 -120. That is the best line right now at Pinnacle. Of course, you do want a line shop at SBR odds. Split line, 9.5 or 10 market wide. The best line for the over right now, 9.5 -120 at the Greek. Best line for the under would be 10, about -115 at Intertops and a bunch of other places. And I have taken officially, yes, I've taken Cleveland second half and Minnesota first 5 innings, team total over 2 at a big favorite line there. And we'll see how these lines move by 6 o'clock. All right.
Non-applicable says I should borrow some prune juice off of Pete. Have you put the Courvoisier and lean in?
I mean, I would love to. I need a whole nother one of these, but I don't want to run out and get have dead air for 10 minutes. But I would friggin' love another one. Let's see other comments coming in. Okay, Nando Cuevas says Dodgers money line. Nando Cuevas says Dodgers money line. Let's talk about that game, Jim.
Yeah.
Dodgers against Peralta. Gotta think that Maeda is going to be likely to be decent here. Do we want to take the Dodgers against righties, though, all times?
I think so. I think so. It's a nice day for offense. Very soft win, 79 Fahrenheit. Brewers have won 5 of 7 since they were beaten 2-1, and now they add Moustakas and Soria. I'm waiting for that boost to help. Adding Moustakas is bad. It's a huge deal. They already have giant bats in this lineup.
I know.
Dodgers are off a really nice. I mean, I know they went 6-4, but that was a tough 10-game road trip they just came off. Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Atlanta after the All-Star break. I was very impressed that they went 6-4. I think these guys are going to start rolling. Peralta, though, 5-3 in his previous 8 starts, but coming off a bad outing against Washington. 7 runs, 4 hits, 4 walks, 6 innings. He throws the ball so softly. I wonder if there's enough video on him that, where he's capable of being touched. Maeda, though, 2-1, 4 career starts against the Brewers, 28 strikeouts and 22 1/3. 7-5, 3.27 ERA, 1.20 WHIP.
All right, I'm going to take Milwaukee second half here, -105. Not sure how deep Maeda will go. Most of the time, he goes 6 innings. Sometimes he does go deeper. Maeda probably has a nice 6-inning start here. Peralta, not exactly sure what to expect from him. Could get touched. But again, I agree. Adding Moustakas is big for Milwaukee. I like their bullpen, and I'm taking Milwaukee second half -105.
Tomer says, I'm on the Dodgers. They've been great off of losses. Machado's home debut. Dodgers hit right-handed pitching.
Tomer's on the Dodgers. Okay. Yeah, I could definitely see Dodgers first 5 being a great call.
Yeah, I feel like that too. What is the line at right now?
For the Dodgers, about in the -140s. 145 at BOL. You wager.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to lock in this one. I've just got question marks on both of them, and then hearing you were on the Brewers second half.
Second half.
I can understand that with the way their bullpen is playing.
Yeah, I'm on them second half because I do vaguely expect them to be down after the first 5. Probably Maeda has a nice, strong, 5 or 6 inning, 1-run start.
Nolly Knows says, I agree, Tomor. I will be at the Dodgers game tonight. Be great to see Machado. LA's excited. Alonzo Shivers, first 5 Brewers. DJ Big Boss, Dodgers. Digital Kumquat says, I like the over in the Brewers game. Thoughts? Over in the Brewers game.
Kobe Valentine says, I like Milwaukee. Could be too much pressure for the Dodgers today. They're a letdown type of team. They won't win World Series and might lose in the finals again, LOL. And Dave L.A. likes the second half under in the Dodgers game. Yeah, I could see that one as well, Dave L.A. I could see that one as well.
Yeah, I have a question mark beside the over. I don't. Maeda hasn't been quite as strong as last couple of starts, and Peralta. Is he going to have a bounce back? Is he the type of pitcher who can bounce back against a very good team?
Yeah, the over. I don't really like the over. I have no opinion on the total as of right now, but you got to give Maeda credit for what he's been doing. And Peralta can be tricky. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you think of him long term, short term, he's definitely capable of a strong start, especially like a strong 4 or 5 inning start, and then the bullpen takes over.
This is a guy who came out of nowhere to become a major league pitcher. Ski Profit, Dodgers and over. Cash Action Bets, Milwaukee, LA Dodgers over. Mr. Gokster, LA Dodgers team total over. First 5. I'm going to wait on this. I'm going to study it more.
Wally George says over in Dodgers game. Still hot in LA. Ball will carry.
Yeah, it is still hot in LA. Yeah, I'm going to hold off.
Red Girl, Dodgers over, Pete. Everyone liking the Dodgers. Dave LA, Dodgers team total over.
Yeah.
Robert Gilmore, I'm back, guys. I was locked up for a minute for beating my boss's ass. Robert Gilmore. You know what I'm saying? I read that one, and all I have, if when I read that sentence, Robert Gilmore again. I'm back, guys. I was locked up for a minute for beating my boss's ass. Now, when I read that sentence, if I had to make a decision on that one right now, I would say Gilmore was in the right, the boss was in the wrong, and deserved the beating.
Absolutely.
Obviously, all I have is one sentence to go on of evidence. I think I'm right, though.
His boss got his, man.
Shout out to Robert Gilmore. All right. Wow. Nando Cuevas likes the Dodgers money line. Yeah, big DJ Big Boss. Huge shout out to we don't shout out DJ Big Boss quite as much as we should. Huge shout out to DJ Big Boss, hot and humid in LA. A lot of people liking the overs. I'm gonna take Milwaukee second half just for now. Maybe add some others later on, but for now, that's just what I'm going to do.
I find that first 5 over more appealing than the full game over. The bullpens are tough on both sides. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to take a little bit more time on this one.
Tom Marino says the Dodgers smash mediocre right-handed pitching. I think they're a solid play at home here. And, yeah, maybe the Dodgers' first 5 innings, which is just 2, -121. I'm liking that more and more and more, though.
Dodgers first 5 over 2.
It's just Peralta is just, it's just he's crafty and tricky. Sometimes these crafty guys give up 8 runs in 3 innings, and you're like, man, he was just so vulnerable. And then other times they come in and give up 1 run in 5 innings, and you're like, man, he is crafty. You know what I mean? A lot of soft contact, a lot of guys who look like they should be hitting. But yeah, the Dodgers, the Dodgers, first 5 team total over 2 at just -120 is tempting. Isn't it?
Marco Lucy's a low-scoring game. But Dave L.A. says, yes, guys, first 5 over and second half under.
Mr. Gogster, first 5 team total over. I'm on it.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna need more time. I just feel like I'm gonna need a little more time on that one.
Let me just think for a second. Dodgers, first 5 over 2, minus 120. That is very tempting.
It's so tempting.
All right, I'll throw that one on there. LA Dodgers, first 5 innings, team total over 2, minus 120. I will throw that
I'll
one
take
on
that
there.
too.
You want that one too, Jim? All right, Jim taking LA Dodgers, first 5, team total over 2, minus 120. It's just Peralta, his craftiness can sort of override anything. You know what I mean?
We just haven't seen enough of him. He's a kid. He's not like he's coming off the worst start of his whole career. So we're going to learn about him in the start. And
yes.
If you're going with a small sample size, I would say the one we should focus on is the fact that the Dodgers are smashing righties.
Yes, we are. Good point, Jimmy the Bag. All right, now let's talk about San Diego and San Francisco. Is San Diego's bullpen worse now because they gave all their guys away?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're worse. But it was such a big point of strength that they still can get the job done.
Yes, I think so as well. All right, I'm going to take the San Francisco, San Diego, second half under, 3.5 minus 130. San Diego, San Francisco, second half under, 3.5 minus 130. I'll start there. Holland has been decent, in his starts.
Yeah, so much better than I expected him this year.
Very impressive.
We got two sides already. Gil Gates says San Francisco all day, and Al Hard says San Diego. Game time temp, 76 Fahrenheit, wind blowing sideways. It's another nice day for offense. Both teams are losing. Giants won 3 of 8. Padres are just in a tailspin. Lost 5 straight, 2-12 in the last 14, 8-26 since June 15th. And then we go back to this crazy stat where they're just awful in the first game of series. In the 17 series at Petco Park, they've won once. I mean, that's just unbelievable. I don't remember a stat so wild like that. They're 18-33 overall, but as Pete just made the bet, they seem to be better in the second half of games than the first half of games, obviously, because of their strength of their bullpen. Holland, 3.92 ERA, 1.27 whip. I'm shocked I'm saying those numbers. But he's been destroyed in San Diego and against San Diego in his career. 7.04 ERA overall, but tiny, small sample size. He's got a 2.43 ERA in his last 8 games. I think the question mark, obviously Lauer has much more potential than Holland long term.
Yes.
But what's Lauer going to give us? He's looked awful in his first 2 games off the All-Star break.
Yeah. Scotty Rock Forever likes the Padres money line. Brad Borkin likes San Diego. Nolly Knows likes San Diego. Mr. Gokser says Pods are a heavy fade team. Wally George likes Giants Padres under. I've already given the second half under. Kobe says line has moved big in San Diego's favor. Has it? Yes.
Really?
Not massively, but big. They opened as a small home dog. Now it's about even on both sides. So about a 13, 15 cent line move in favor of San Diego, which is big around even money. Yeah, all right. That's somewhat telling, I think, and somewhat interesting. I would have been leaning San Francisco first 5. I'm just going to take the second half under, though, for now. Maybe I'll add some other plays later on, Jim.
Oh, you took the second half under.
Second half
under.
under.
I thought you had taken Padres second half.
No, second half under.
Okay.
Second half under. Yes.
Scotty Rock saying no Panda, no McCutcheon. Padres have a better bullpen. Scotty Rock follows his team very, very closely. When you see him fading his home team, it's usually a good sign to jump and go with him. I'm going to need more time with this game. It's a very uncomfortable game. It's a type of game that I haven't had a lot of success with when you have 2 teams that are both very poor offensively, no power against left-handed pitching, and then I'm just going to take more time. Gil Gates says San Francisco rebound, and Scotty Rock says you bet on Giants today, you losing your money today.
All right, so let's review the picks, and then we'll move on to other games. Again, Jim is on Colorado, first 5 team total over 1.5. Colorado full game team total over 3.5. Cleveland, Minnesota over 9.5. Dodgers first 5 team total over 2. I am on Colorado, first 5 innings plus a half run. Colorado, St. Louis under. Cleveland second half money line. Minnesota first 5 team total over 2. Milwaukee second half money line. Dodgers first 5 team total over 2. San Francisco, San Diego second half under 3.5. Let's talk about Miami, Atlanta, Jim. How about that? We know that Chen has a stark home road discrepancy, much worse on the road. We know that Tehran is one of the most volatile pitchers in all of baseball. When he's on, he's close to lights out. When he's off, he's given up more runs than innings. What do you think? Atlanta here?
These teams just met. I wonder if this is the kind of spot for Tehran that's much like Luke Weaver's last start against the Cubs when he got lit up by them the start before. And then that was my losses on the on Friday was thinking that Weaver was going to get touched again. Can Teheran have a bounce back spot? That game was a 9-3 Miami win. Miami's won 7 of 11. Chen 3-7, 5.65 ERA, 1.49 WHIP. You talked about the dichotomy between his home and road. It's just what a mess. Teheran 7-7, 4.42 ERA, 1.25 WHIP. 2 good starts before the All-Star game. I thought he was getting his shit together. I'm a Teheran fan. And then he pitched in the 7th inning in both those games, now Toronto and Arizona, and then he gets destroyed by the Marlins outside after the break. This guy is just, I never know what Teheran's going to do. He's one of the most difficult guys to predict. Marlins 244 with just a 676 OPS versus righties, and then the Braves smash lefties, 266, 778 OPS. Yeah, I'm leaning Braves, and I'm leaning over.
Okay, some more comments coming in. Let me see. Dom Ricci says, did some more work on the Rockies. They've played 2 games more on the road than home and have scored 40 less runs on the road than home. Of course, that's because they play in Coors, right? Yeah. Rockies against Cardinals Busch are 5-22. All right, I'm only on Colorado on the first 5 innings. And then Kobe Valentine pointing something out on the San Francisco game. 74% of bets on San Francisco went from -116 to 102. San Francisco went from +107 to -106. So he's saying that the reverse line movement implies a bet on San Diego, and then that is backed up by Scotty Rock Forever, who follows the Giants very closely, saying if you bet on San Francisco tonight, you will lose your money. So maybe San Diego is the play here. Let's see. Red Girl, I don't want to bet the Marlins or against them. Too iffy. Yes. Tom Marino says, I think Atlanta's offense is underrated here after struggling against tough Dodgers pitching. I'd lean Atlanta team total over. Yes, I'm leaning Atlanta and Atlanta team total overs as well. Nolly Knowles likes the Atlanta team total over as well. Mr. Gokster likes Atlanta first 5 and full game team total overs. Kobe Valentine says, too big of a line for Teheran at home and Atlanta, who is slumping of late. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, is that you are taking a big line with a guy like, but maybe that's the market trying to tell you something, Jim. The old market trying to tell you something. What do you think here?
I think you guys are bang on with that. Trenton Claxton's on Atlanta money line. That might be a great play too, but I think just the team total over is something that you can trust. And if you were going to trust one of these pitchers in this situation, I sort of lean towards Teheran over Wei and Chen. I think there's some legitimacy to the Braves' difficulty against the Dodgers pitching, especially against nasty left-handers.
So who is anyone out for the Braves? What's different about their lineup than when they were crushing lefties earlier this year?
Well, nothing. They have Albies back now.
Yeah.
So
who's out for the Braves?
Nobody.
Nobody's out for the Braves.
Unless they have Albies back. Albies was gone, and that was hurting their offense, but he's back. I really feel like the team total over is something I could get behind. I even think the full game over is something I could get behind. What do you think of these bullpens right now?
I'm not exactly sure. Obviously, the Braves bullpen I was fading against the Dodgers and did that successfully. I don't really like the Atlanta bullpen, and I'm going to have to revisit them with all the trade deadline stuff, in this upcoming week.
I think Tomo's right here. Atlanta just saw Chen, and teams that see him hit him hard. Teams are hitting 400 against Chen third time through the lineup.
All right, I'm going to start off by taking Atlanta -1 here, -1 on the full game. The best money line is -162, and the best run line right now will be +125. So that's a favorite line, but that's okay. I'm taking Atlanta -1. Obviously, if Teheran gets crushed, that will not be a good bet and might be a loser. But I'm willing to believe in Teheran here being okay. I'm going to take Atlanta -1. I'm also leaning, Atlanta first 5 team total over 2.5 at -110. First 5 team total over 2.5 -110.
Okay, I'm going to double up on the Braves here. First 5 team total over and full game team total over.
Jim's taking Atlanta. First 5 team total over 2.5 -110. That's the current line at Heritage. Let me just make sure that is still the line there. Yes, and the full game line for Atlanta at Heritage 5 -104. Let me see at Pinnacle. Atlanta 4.5 -130. Which would you like?
I'll take 4.5.
Atlanta team total over 4.5 -130, and I'm just going to take Atlanta -1 here. Definitely leaning Atlanta first 5 team total over as well, but I'm going to think about it just a little bit more. All right, we can come back to any of these games, but let's move on. How about Houston and Seattle? I was definitely leaning Houston second half here, but if Paxton is out,
I don't think. There's no. I mean, I'm hearing it from Dave, and I'm not. This isn't me questioning Dave, but all of the books still have Paxton there, so let me see. I don't.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Take your time.
There's no. change at this point in any of the books. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that we should probably cap this game with Paxton pitching. In saying that, I expect his back injury to be back. He says the last few days I've been waking up with a little back stiffness, but today I felt really good. For a while there, I felt stiff and had to stretch it out a lot, but now I'm not even thinking about it. I don't believe that. I really feel like, and Kobe Jonathan says Paxton is playing. Paxton 5-3 with a 2.90 ERA and 10 career starts against the Astros, but we saw what happens if he loses 2 or 3 miles an hour on his velocity. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Game time 85 Fahrenheit. Very hot in Seattle right now. Beautiful, beautiful weather. Great for offense. Winds blowing out to right field. Not that strong though. Astros have lost 4 straight, and you take away 2 All-Stars at second base and shortstop, and yeah, they're just. What, an average team almost?
Are they?
I mean,
It's that bad, huh?
well, these guys are phenomenal MVP type players.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's that bad. Maybe it was a little easier when Marwin Gonzalez was having that incredible year last year, but he's not this year. Yeah, I think it's just a huge, huge, huge loss for them. Huge.
Yeah.
They were outscored 22-8 during a 3-game sweep. I think the value is on fading them now because of Paxton. I'm not going to fade them here. I guess the value is here with Garrett Cole and the Astros because, the guys who are around still can hit lefties. This is a really uncomfortable game for me. Cole is awesome, and I'd much rather have Mariners lineup than the Astros lineup right now. So
You'd much rather have the Mariners lineup. You think right now you'd say the Mariners are better than the Houston lineup wise?
without Altuve and Correa, yes.
Definitely. Wow. Yeah.
I really do. I feel like the confidence is gone from this team. Now, I mean, think about how many times you guys Springer and Bregman are coming up to bat with runners on base because of Altuve and Correa, and that's just not happening anymore. I just think these guys are enormously important to them. I mean, of course they're Altuve won the MVP last year. Correa is going to have MVPs in the future. I mean, these guys are absolutely incredible. Jose Benavidez says Bregg, Springer, Gurriel will have to step up, but if Paxton is semi-hurt or not hurt, who knows? I take Astros now. I agree. Values on Astros. I agree. I'm not going to do anything here at this point, and like Nando says, staying away, Houston not hitting. Dave LA, Astros first 5.
King Rail, Seattle, baby. Wow.
Yeah, this game is extremely uncomfortable.
All right, I'm going to take 2 shots here, though. I'm going to take Houston second half minus 125, and I am going to take Houston minus 1. The money line, again, is minus 108. It's a low line for Houston. You are getting Cole here. Houston minus 1. The money line is minus 108. The run line is plus 150 at bet 365. So that's a small underdog line there for Houston minus 1. And I'll take a shot with Houston on the second half minus 125 as well. Don't like the fact that King Rail likes Seattle here, but and Dom Ricci says Houston seems to own Seattle in general.
This is the chance. The Mariners all know this is the chance. They're looking at each other saying, we have to sweep this series. They have no Altuve. They have no Correa. We have to go in and beat them. In saying that, I don't trust Paxton coming off the injury, and I'm very uncomfortable with this game. Cash
action bets like the Mariners money line. Dave LA likes Astros first 5 money line. Q Peso, Paxton 6 strikeouts under 6 strikeouts. A lot of times that is the best way to bet some of these games when you're not sure about the side or the total. Just look to one of the props, especially pitcher strikeout props can be very, very valuable. Q Peso likes Paxton under 6 strikeouts. That's pretty good.
It's smart when you're dealing with a guy with a back injury.
Yes.
Clearly, he's not going to go deep.
And he's not going to go deep anyway. He will be on a pitch count. Even if he's lights out, he'll be on a pitch count. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Wow. Q Peso might really have nailed something there. I might trust that one here. And all he knows can't trust Paxton here. Over 7.
Wow, Mikey D says Houston team total 3.5 minus 115 to the over. You know what? I can see how things can become appealing the longer you break down a game. But with the Astros lineup looking bad and Paxton being so questionable, I don't know how you make a real confident play other than what Q Peso's doing.
Right.
Saying, you know what, Paxton's on a pitch count and his velocity's down and his back's hurting. I'll take the strikeout under, but. Paco Healy says Paxton sketchy. I'd be all over it. Tomor says Cole might not be minus 1-10 again pitching with Houston. He's right. Yeah, he's right.
Okay, and Ralph Portuano liking the Giants minus 118 homer bet, but he also says that Colorado is the best dog of the day. All right, let's move on. What other games did we not touch on? We didn't touch
Jays
on
Athletics.
Yeah, the Jays and A's.
Big Red Sox game.
Yeah, I mean, Estrada against Jackson. Estrada coming back from the DL. This is another one that is tough. I was thinking about second half under here, but that's about it. What else do you like, Jim? What else do you think?
I find this another real tricky spot. Estrada. has his issues, right? So he goes down because of a strained left glute and then gets a blister on his right middle finger, so he can't pitch. So I'm not sure what he's going to do. And everybody's saying that this is actually Estrada's audition to play for the A's. Game time temp 62 Fahrenheit, winds blowing out pretty strong, but swirling winds there. It's wild. They put up 41 runs in the 4-game sweep of Texas, the A's, and then were held to 4 at Coors Field. Wild. A's won 8 of the last 10 at home. Estrada hasn't pitched in the major since July 3rd. You know, he's tough to figure out. But he was looking good in June, 2-1 with a 2.35 ERA. He's always struggled with the A's, 0-3, 5.91 ERA. Jackson, though, is a guy where he had that pretty good start, and I just think he gets hit now. I really do think he gets touched. 1-2 with a 3.86 ERA, 1.09 WHIP. He's looked good. 4-3 with a 4.07 ERA in 16 games against the Jays. But I feel like he's going to get worse and worse as the year will go on with fatigue and pitching every 5 days at the major league level. I don't know what to do with this spot now. Not applicable, says Oakland. It says Oakland based on the fact that Toronto can't win 2 games in a row. Kobe says Estrada will be pitching with a blister off long DL stint, and a pissed off Oakland team who just got swept should be a bully beatdown by Oakland today. Wow, Oakland wins 8-3. Wow. Yeah,
I was thinking that Oakland would be the play here. I mean, that guy, what the hell is his name? The fucking phenom for Toronto. Lourdes. Yeah, he's out, right?
Is he out?
Or he was taken. He came out of last game, didn't he?
I'm not sure. I missed that.
Yeah, he was. He had a knee contusion and sprained ankle.
Oh, Jesus.
Moved out of Sunday's game. Taken out of Sunday's game.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Doesn't mean he's not going to play here, but I know he was taken out of Sunday's game.
No, that's very likely that he won't play now. That with double injuries. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Well, that helps. That helps the A's a lot. Let's see. King Rail backing up Kobe's point. That is, wow, interesting. Okay, that's kind of changing my outlook on the game.
How bad is Toronto right now?
Well, Gurriel breaks a record for 107 years.
Without Gurriel, how bad is Toronto right now?
They're terrible.
Terrible.
They're a bad baseball team.
All right, I'll take Oakland -1 as an official play. I'm going to take Oakland -1. The money line right now will be best money line at Bet365 -135, and the best run line I will check right now at SBRodds.com will be where are we? Plus 150 at Bet365. So that's a tiny underdog line there for Oakland -1. I'll take that one. Oakland -1.
Yeah, and especially in the second half. Maybe this is the time we just go back to Oakland's second half well again.
Why? Because you think that Estrada might have a nice start.
I understand he's got a ton going against him, but I've seen him do this type of thing before. He's a fly ball pitcher. This is probably a nice park for him. What is Oakland on the second half?
That's tempting as well, Jim. I like the way you're thinking. It's -110.
Oh, okay. I'll take Oakland on the second half.
You sure you want that one?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Where is that one? Okay, so yes, -110. So Jim's going to take Oakland second half -110. I have taken Oakland on the full game at a small dog line, and I guess that's it. I would be vaguely leaning towards the second half as well there with you, Jim. And I guess is that it? We've covered everything now, except for the Philly-Boston game, right? Yeah. Got to talk about that one. Nola against Price. The lines look vaguely on to me. Obviously, Boston smashes righties, but I don't necessarily want to fade Nola here. I'm gonna pass on this one. No bets that I've made officially on the overnight, and I think I'm just gonna pass on this game. What do you have to say about this one, Jim?
Well, I'm very interested. This is going to say a lot, I think, for what we're going to get from Nola moving forward and what we're going to get from Price moving forward. Game time temp 80 Fahrenheit, wind blowing out over left center at a pretty decent rate. Feels like a great day for offense. But after hitting 7 home runs in that first game of the series versus the Reds, the Phillies stopped hitting and lost 3 straight. Red Sox have won 3 straight, 17 of 21, 13 of 15 at Fenway. Their starting pitchers have allowed 0 earned runs in 8 of the last 11 games. Boston, 41 games over 500 for the first time since 46. 1946, that's been Ted Williams at 406 that year. Nola's 12-3, 2.42 ERA, 0.99 WHIP through 134 innings, 136 Ks, 37 walks. Price, 11-6, 4.17 ERA, 1.22 WHIP. I think Price is sort of a bigger question mark right now. I mean, you can look at the Phillies hitting 232, 683 OPS versus lefties, but that's precisely the reason they got Asdrubal Cabrera. He's 7 for 20 against Price. Plouffe is the same reason, and that's another reason why they got these guys, just because how bad they were hitting lefties. So you can almost maybe put a line through how they're hitting against lefties because they're going to have Cabrera and Plouffe in the lineup for sure. Plouffe is 10 for 29 versus Price. Carlos Santana 10 for 31 versus Price. Red Girl Philly hasn't won in Boston since 2013. If you were going to exercise those demons, you would do that with your ace on the mound. And Tomar saying Philly doesn't hit lefties. I'm telling you that it's a little different now with these two guys added to the lineup. I feel like this is a tight line, and I'm not entirely sure exactly how to hammer this. I am definitely leaning towards the plus money in the dog line, but I don't. I was hoping that that maybe you would be on something that I could kind of.
I'm not on anything. But Red Girl addressing a comment just to you, Jimmy. Boston under.
Wow, Boston under. What is the line? The total?
I think it was 9. Wasn't it 9? What's that line? What's that line? Let me see the total on this game. Yeah, 9. Getting bet down though. It opened at about 9 minus 115. Now it's about 10 cents lower. Still 9 everywhere. Greek has 120. Everywhere else 125 or so.
Wow. I think that might be a real nice spot. So you're going up against Nola's going up against the best righty hitting team in the league. Do you have any kind of feel for if he's going to be able to have a nice start here against a team that's hitting 270 with a 796 OPS for
Not really. I looked at this one. I'm just passing. I'm just passing on this game.
Yeah, it's a very, very tough game, and
I think Price will probably have a solid start. I wouldn't disagree with under. I wouldn't disagree with people liking the under, but I'm not going to take it.
Sorry, hard to focus. Red Girl has my attention.
Sorry. SM says, Pete, is your -1 winner plays a push if the game finishes Atlanta 3-2, because a push is a loss at Bet365. My local B-man is a loss. No, if you take a -1 game and they win by 1, you get a push. You get a push. The way if you're betting the way I do it, you should get a win on your money line and then a loss on the -1.5 line. But if you're actually just buying the run and it's -1, yes, it should be a push. SM. All right, what else do we have, Jim?
Well, that's about it. That Fire says going to keep riding Boston. I think that 9 that Red Girl's on it makes sense. Both these bullpens are pitching well right now. I don't know. It's a tough. I'm going to take more time. There's a couple of these games just because it's such a small card. We can really, really nail these games, and I'm going to take a little more time on it.
All right. So once again, all the official picks that we have given. Some other comments coming in. Kobe Valentine really liking Oakland. He says Estrada will be pitching with a blister off a long DL stint, and a pissed off Oakland team who just got swept should be a bully beatdown. Oakland wins 8-3, and Kobe Valentine throws in -3.5 at +350 as a play that might have some value. Tomor also says Oakland has a huge bullpen advantage. I'd lean them even at this price. And I have taken Oakland -1. All right, so here are all the plays. Jimmy the Bag has given Colorado first 5 team total over 1.5. Colorado full game team total over 3.5. Cleveland, Minnesota over 9.5. Dodgers first 5 team total over 2. Atlanta first 5 team total over 2.5. Atlanta full game team total over 4.5 -130. And Oakland second half -110. My plays: Colorado first 5 innings plus a half run at -120. Colorado St. Louis under 8. Cleveland second half money line. Minnesota first 5 innings team total over 2 at -145. Milwaukee second half money line -105. Dodgers first 5 innings team total over 2. San Francisco San Diego second half under 2.5 at -130. Atlanta -1 at a small favorite line. Houston second half money line. Houston -1 at a small dog line, and Oakland -1 at a tiny dog line. And those are all my official picks and Jimmy's picks for the day. The only things I'm thinking about are I've given most of my leans. I didn't give the Atlanta team total overs though against Chen. Those are obviously leans that I'm thinking about doing. Thinking about taking a shot with Colorado on the full game as well as just the first 5 innings. Vaguely thinking about Cleveland -1. Thinking about taking. We didn't talk about Texas, Arizona, did we?
Oh no, did we miss that?
That's okay. It's Ray. Oh no, we did, and everyone was laughing their asses off about Ray as the huge favorite. I'm not sure. I'm thinking that Ray might have an okay start here. That's a tough game. Vaguely leaning Texas on the second half, but I think I'm going to pass on that one. Toronto Oakland is also a tough one, based on what people have said. Maybe the over is worth a play here. Kobe Valentine expecting Estrada to get hit, and Jackson, of course, always vulnerable in any spot. Milwaukee Dodgers. I did take Dodgers on the second half. Milwaukee on the first 5 innings, team total over. Slight lean to the second half under in that one, and slight lean to San Diego on the money line, just because of all the comments that we've gotten in the comment section. Kobe Valentine pointing out reverse run line, what's the word? Reverse. What am I looking at?
What, you look super run line?
No. Reverse line movement. Reverse line movement that would favor San Diego and Scotty Rock forever. San Francisco local saying don't take San Francisco tonight, take San Diego, and I guess that's it for MLB.
I guess that is it. Yeah. Sportsbook Red saying Estrada said himself he might not even pitch. I did not read that. That's really telling me that that Kobe's probably nailing this. I just have no faith in Edwin Jackson whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't either, but I feel like against a relatively weak lineup in a spot like this, I think you can rely on him to give you 5 or 6 innings, 3 runs or so,
Yeah.
I have faith. I have that much faith in Jackson. 5, 6 innings, 3 runs.
That'd be fine.
Faith.
That would be enough,
yes.
I think. Jose Benavides says, my boy Paul T turning 34 today. Big shout out to him. He'll be watching later for the first time. Jose Benavides, you let us know when Paul T is watching.
Definitely.
And we will give him the goods, man. I'm looking forward to another birthday speech.
Yes.
So dig deep.
I will. Shout out to Jose Benavides, and a happy birthday to Jose Benavides' boy, Paul T.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, let's see. Mr. Gogster says first 5 innings over in Toronto, Oakland. That might be a no-brainer. Sportsbook Red said, read it on the overnight blogs, Jimmy. Didn't sound very confident in himself being able to go.
And Rock is right. He says, don't look at it as trusting Jackson. Look at it as trusting A's bat. So I guess we just say this Rockies team just had their number, and we just put a line through it. I mean, I guess that's what I'll end up doing, but I really want to take more time before I make that play. Okay,
Mr. Gokster liking second half over. That's a play that Jimmy has already given. I would agree with that one as well.
Don Ricci saying, in my opinion, Oakland in general is overrated. And then he says, I know that's against some on here. I mean, the only reason why it's against some of us on here, Dom, is because we made future bets. I mean, I get $15,000 if the A's win the AL, with just 2 $100 bets. $100 to win the AL, $100
Do you really? And you actually made those bets?
I made those $100 each, and I make $15,000. So obviously it's like,
wow.
It's very, very exciting on a $100, $200 bet.
How are they doing right now in the standings?
I mean, they got a ways to go. I mean, they haven't even passed the Mariners yet. It's definitely not a very confident spot. It's still a long shot, but obviously that makes it a little bit more enticing to cheer on these Oakland A's.
Definitely. All right, I think that's about it.
Michael Stockbridge says bad spot for the A's.
Bad spot for the A's. Okay. I just don't like Toronto here, especially with Gurriel out and the questions with their starting pitchers and their bullpen.
And it's impossible to be high on Toronto right now. But I guess it's a travel back to Oakland. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah. Just very quickly, SM says, Pete, your -1 line, are they called alternative 3-way run line? No, those are not on the 3-ways. That's not what I do. -1 line is just I bet the same amount on a team. When they're a favorite, I bet the same amount on a team to win as I bet on a team to risk on the -1.5 line. And then, if they win by more than 1, you win both bets. If they lose the game, you lose both bets. And if they win by exactly 1, you win 1, you lose the other. So you get a push on a -1. I make it myself. It's just -1 line. If they win by 1, it's a push. If they win by more than 1, it's a win. If they lose the game, it's a loss. All right, let's see. Any other comments? Peace Max One Skag says, just got in. What's your guys' best bet today? Let me see.
Yeah, let's do a best bet. Let's do a best bet today.
I mean, I think that my best bet, I think that I don't know, maybe Colorado first 5 plus a half because Anderson looks good. Martinez looks like he might be a little bit.
Did you give that play plus a half?
Plus a half, -120. -120. The money line would the money line on a push on the first half would have been +120. So,
Wow, I like that.
Yeah, I gave that one. There's a lot of plays. I don't know if there is a best bet. I like them all a little bit. I don't like any one of them, a ton. I mean, I think Martinez could easily have a nice start.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think the plays that are jumping out at me are 3 plays. And I think if I just say them out loud, I can figure out which one I like the most. My first 5 team total over 1.5 for the Rockies. First 5 team total over 2 for the Dodgers. And first 5 team total over 2.5 for the Braves.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Those are the 3 plays I like the best. So of those pitchers, I could see Carlos Martinez having, he seems to have the highest upside of any of those pitchers. So why don't I take that out, even though I'd be surprised if he allows 1 run or less. And then Peralta against righties. And all I have to do is hit, I guess I'll take the first 5 over 2 Dodgers. I think that's, but the Braves are going to smash Chen. No, okay, between those 2 plays, the Braves and the Dodgers, I think they're very...
Okay, and I don't really have one, but if I had to pick one right now, I guess it would be the second half under San Francisco and San Diego. All right, let's just quickly check any other comments coming in, and then we will wrap it up. Kobe Valentine, Oakland -1.5 is my best bet. Oakland -3.5 is close there as well. Again, as a huge underdog line. So Kobe Valentine, absolutely not even worried about it. That is definitely the play that he is liking. Wow, a lot of Oakland best bets. Cash action bets. Oakland is the play. Mr. Gogster, Oakland team total over / Dodgers first 5 team total over are his favorite bets. Kobe Valentine, Oakland -1.5 is his best bet. And SM's best bet is Oakland on the second half.
Wow, and cash action likes Miami, Atlanta under, which is very interesting because I feel like when you see these, when the starters come at you a second time, and we talked about how bad Chen is the third time through the lineup, but I could see Tehran having a nice start, having a bounce back start, just like Weaver did with the Cubs.
And Robert Johnson says, what is the design on Peak's mug? It looks European. This was a gift. This is from the French Quarter in New Orleans. Shout out to KK Karanja, my pal in New Orleans, who gave this to me as a gift. And I just, when people give me stuff as gifts, I just cherish them. And so this is my mug that I drink. I just can't deal with how much I love it when people just give me a gift. You know what I mean? Sure. I just love it. So this was a gift from KK Karanja, and it says French Quarter, New Orleans. It's actually a very cool mug, and that's what's on it. It's not European, although there's a lot of European influence in New Orleans architecture, to be sure. No question about that. So good eye there, Robert Johnston. All right. Anything else?
Just nice being back with you guys. It's such a pleasure to work with all these incredible cappers. So thank you guys for joining us. Oh, and Kamari K-Rock says, you crazy for that Miami under. Interesting. Yeah, a Red Girl says, Jimmy, where is my cup? And
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Dabfen says, Dodgers play of the day. And let's wind it up with this comment from Dom Ricci. This show really is fucking great. All of you involved. Thank you so much, Dom Ricci. We'll be doing this again at 6 o'clock Eastern time.